I just wanna get you out there close. Oh, I just wanna see that you're
What up, what up, what up? Nigga, it's turn it down out. What's up, people? What's good, people? What's up? What's up? Top of the morning. Workouts is grueling, man. Grueling workouts, y'all. What's up, NC worker? What's up with you, man? So this take me back here. This take me back to high school. This take me back right here. Ain't that, man? Slow motion. What's good, Novell? This used to be the song. Silk came out. They was that group when they came out. They was Silk was bad, man. But guys, I want to come on here. Oh, let me slow down. Let this nigga by. He won't let me on the highway. But anyway, shout out to O'Shea. He brought this subject on. Black people and conspiracy theories. And what I wanted to do in this video was really just talk about some things. First off, O'Shea had a panel, or not a panel, well, yeah, he kind of turned it into a panel about conspiracy theories and how black people handle conspiracies and how are we addicted to conspiracy theories, which I think we are. We are addicted. I don't even think that's up for a debate, really. I don't even think that's something. Did I mess up opinion on playing college athlete? Maybe touch on it another time. Paying college athletes. I don't see that wrong with paying them. I don't. I don't see that wrong with paying college athletes. I didn't get paid. That don't mean everybody else don't have to get paid. I don't really give a damn. I'm old enough to have a son in college, so I really don't care. Pay them. I got a son now. I don't mind. They're gonna probably get paid. So black people and conspiracy theories, that explains away a lot of our failure, people. It does. You need conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? Remember Scarface? He's like, you need me. You need me. So you can say, that's the bad guy. You can sleep good at night because I'm the bad guy. Like that type. Conspiracy theories are like that. Like conspiracy theories for black people. What's up, asshole? Conspiracy theories for black people are necessary, guys. I mean, how else could you explain away all this failure we got? I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, black people fail so much in there. And when I say fail, I'm not talking about we tried and failed. Because if we tried, we wouldn't have as much failure. Just statistically, we just wouldn't. We got a lot of failure because we have not tried. We don't even try on a lot of shit. We just call it white supremacy and keep it moving, right? So that's the thing, guys. Yeah, black people are addicted to failure because if we don't, and I should have called it black people love for failure, right? Because we need it. The problem with us as black people is there is some truth to it. It's not like a lot of the best conspiracy theories are the conspiracy theories that have truth in them. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy theories that people tend to be able to validate with facts. Those are the best ones because a lot of times they're true. It's just the truth. Like 9/11, it's too many facts to say that 9/11 wasn't an inside job, that the government didn't have any foreknowledge. It's just, if you ain't done the research, then fine. I ain't got nothing to say to you. The 9/11 commission report should tell you everything you need to know. Like, okay, they ignored a lot of gaping facts and holes that people just don't want to, that probably don't fit that narrative that it was just some guys with some box cutters. You know, that's just real. So what happened, man, with black people is we kind of need we need that shit, man, because if black people didn't have conspiracy theories, we wouldn't be able to explain away all of the mediocrity, all of the failures that we have. Because then you have to sit back and look and say, you know what, you are a failure. We are failures and we need to fix it. See what I'm saying? Because that's just not human nature to sit there and accept mediocrity as the norm without some sort of, think about it, guys, without, like I was talking to my friend last night and I started talking about Africa. Shout out to John Norman. He's married to an Ethiopian. So he's married to an Ethiopian. And shout out to the brother. You know what I'm saying? I was talking. Fuck you. I apologize, y'all. I really apologize. That was a phone call I got. So let me keep going. I apologize. Okay. So, and I hate when people just call over and over and over and over like that. Like, whenever and then it's something small, like as usual. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to say. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so I think we are addicted to conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories explain away mediocrity that we have. And this is just that. I mean, some things, the score is the score. So somebody tell you, hey man, why you losing? The ref's cheating. That removes responsibility a lot of times. Do refs cheat? Yeah, they do. I've been playing basketball and been cheated by refs. I have, right? I see refs that just don't as a player. Never did nothing to them. Anything I do, they would take it personal. I see referees coming, like this one ref used to, anytime he played, I knew he's gonna get me in foul trouble because he would just make up stuff. Guys would push me, and I couldn't play aggressive because every time I tried to play aggressive and get back with somebody to what they give me, I would get the foul, right? And he would smirk when he doing it because he knew he didn't like me. And of course I was young, so I'd be like, fuck you. You know, I cussed him out. He take me up. You know, that's what kids do, right? So that happened a couple of times. I remember that. Black people, let's be honest. Have we been cheated? Yes. Has the referees cheated black people? Yeah, they have. We've been in a bad situation and circumstance a bunch of times in this country, and there's nothing that can explain it but racism, white supremacy, right? But guys, let me say something. Every time a nigga gets shot, it ain't racism, white supremacy. I don't know if the situation in Dallas was the cops. I don't know, but I just don't think every time a black person gets shot or every time a celebrity dies, it's racism, white supremacy. No, sometimes it's just nigga shit. Sorry, like I'm sorry. Maybe Nipsey Hussle was on some fuckery. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe the cops did have something to do with it. Maybe. I don't know. But it just somebody that just seemed weird. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. But guys, if you look at the thumbnail of this video, one of the things that I kind of have a problem with, and I actually respect one of the brothers that was on there. His name is BG Knockout. Because I remember when he was younger, he's from LA, I think he's from Compton or wherever. Gang member, was a rapper, rap with Eazy-E on the diss track to Dr. Dre and Death Row. Real motherfucking G, that was the name of it. Mad respect for the brother. You know what I'm saying? He older now, he done kind of changed his life around. I can't do nothing but respect that. But guys, we too damn comfortable with Vlad, for me. We too comfortable. And Vlad is too comfortable in the black community saying some of the shit he just is, man. And I think Vlad, let me tell you something about white folks, though. One of the coolest things you could do as a white person is go into the black community and highlight their dysfunction. White people think that's the coolest thing in the world. Quentin Tarantino, great example. Quentin Tarantino is the it guy in Hollywood. Why? Because he's one of the few white boys that black actors and actresses don't mind literally doing a minstrel show for. I shit you not, guys. You know, what are you talking about? Black actors and actresses that work with Quentin Tarantino don't mind. Let me get my ass on. Don't mind letting him look them to the face and call them a nigga. And what's her name? G-checked his ass. Denzel Washington G-checked him. But a lot of black actors in Hollywood don't G-check shit like that. Like, there's no way Quentin Tarantino need to be doing movies with a nigger this, nigger that, nigger. That shit it. And then Quentin Tarantino gets respect among whites for that, because I'm sure he's had conversations with white people and they said, I just think it's so cool how you're just able to say nigger to their face. I just don't get it. I mean, you know, that's just, and that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't, that's one thing I don't like. Like, that's why I don't really, that's one of the main reasons I don't fuck with Cardi B. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't with Cardi B. I don't like when Cardi B say nigga every 5 seconds. I don't like these Latinos saying nigga. I think that's some New York shit. And that right there is the most disrespectful shit, that you will let these light-skinned Latinos, that's mainly who says it. The light-skinned Latinos who at any given moment will call us a nigga when they mad, right? In a disrespectful, derogatory way. I've seen it. I've been to the Dominican Republic and seen how they'll say it to other people around us, and then they'll tell us what those people had to say about us. Because they'll be talking weird. They won't say the normal Spanish. They'll be talking in such a way to protect themselves, or to, you know. So that, I've seen that shit 1,000 times. So guys, why am I talking about this? Well, BG Knockout was on there, and BG Knockout, he was interviewing him, and he said, yeah, man, I noticed when I talk to, I lose respect for New York. The more fact that Tekashi was even co-signed by the city, is that you can let a person like Tekashi tell me, man, ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way. Like, that shit wasn't supposed to happen. That's a major L New York took for that shit. Like, New York looked lame as hell for that. And I got mad respect for y'all. Y'all brought us hip hop. So I ain't got nothing but respect for New York. No regard. That make you look lame. I'm sorry. Tekashi makes New York look whacked in a motherfucker. Just the fact that he could be out here doing all the shit he was doing. That shit was no. And I know some people from New York probably fuck with me like that. That was whack. Like, that shit wasn't supposed to happen. If he would have been from Alabama or New York would have shitted all over Tekashi. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you used to know him? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Ash. That's a major L New York taking for that shit. Anyway, let me keep it going. So, BG Knockout is being interviewed by Vlad. And Vlad starts this video saying, yeah, I just noticed that, black gangs aren't really organized. I mean, look at the Italians. Look at the, who else did he say? Look at the so-and-so. He names out about 4 or 5 different, the Mexicans, he names out the Hispanics, the Asians. He said they adhere to a certain hierarchy of leadership. Black gangs, not so much, right? So, BG Knockout starts talking, and then what Vlad does then is he says, I mean, some people, he take it to people because he don't want to say racist. See, Vlad think he's slick. Some people are just gifted at stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just gifted as being more, organized and better at organization. Some people just aren't gifted at organizing individually. What he really meant was niggas can't organize. Look at y'all. So I'm like, wait a motherfucking minute. You gonna bring your ass into the black community, interview a black person, and then talk shit? Because that to me, he basically, when he says some people, what he's basically saying, let me rephrase that for you. Genetically, black people just aren't built to organize. Y'all just genetically are basically inferior. That you're genetically stupid. And what BG Knockout didn't catch, he started saying, well, yeah, some people just, aren't really able to, BG Knockout said, well, some people just have to work hard. He was talking about individuals. Some people can work hard at certain things, like, look at Michael Jordan and da-da-da-da. I don't believe so. Vlad basically believes that we're, in so many words, Vlad Vlad said that black people are genetically, because see, when you say some people just aren't, what you're saying is black people, because you were just talking about gangs and black gangs and white gangs and other gangs don't organize. So what you're saying is some people, when you said people, what you really meant was black people are genetically predisposed to being stupid. That's what he said. And Vlad and BG Knockout gave it to him because BG Knockout said, well, some people, he actually capitulated and said that it was intelligence. Vlad said it. Vlad was like, some people just aren't intelligent. Da, 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 da. No, black people aren't intelligent. That shit was racist than a motherfucker. Go watch it. BG Knockout. It was a video he put up a couple days, maybe a day or so ago, where he was talking about how he hid his intelligence. Says he showing signs of intelligence in the game was not good. Whatever he said. That's the title of it. So he had to hide his intelligence. My thing is this, guys. First of all, for him to be interviewing all these black people, whenever black people organize to a higher level, white people take that shit as a affront to their authority. Whenever black people organize, if you look at Mutulu Shakur, which I don't even call him a gang per se, but he did organize at a level that was threatening. When Malcolm X was doing what he did, I'm watching this thing called Who Killed Malcolm X, comes on Mondays. Very riveting, right? Because it's like a eyewitness account. It's real interesting, man. It's some deep shit, man. So anyway, as I'm watching it, oh shit, I'm noticing how the government and federal government took it as a personal threat. J. Edgar Hoover took it as an affront to the authority of white people in America. And they had to put down Malcolm X. They had to put down Martin Luther King. They had to put down Mutulu Shakur and lock him up. They still mad about Assata Shakur. Anytime black people in America have organized, we were literally, because guys, the opposite of white is black in white people's minds. So anytime black people organize, there's a guy named Jeff Fort, P Stone Gangsters, caught a plane and flew over and was talking with Gaddafi. That was it. They said, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? So to say that black people have never organized, Marcus Garvey, what did they do? What did they do with Marcus Garvey when he organized? Ain't no fucking way I'm finna let Vlad bring his stinking ass in. We need to see black people. This is why I have a problem with people, because I do, like I said, conspiracy theories are real. You know what I'm saying? That is passive aggressive. Conspiracy theories are real, but it's factual that J. Edgar Hoover did what the fuck he did. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Million Man March, Montgomery bus boycott. What happened though? They killed off. Anytime black people would do some shit, and I was talking to my homeboy yesterday, he was saying they were so mad about the bus boycott, they built I-65 right through Ralph David Abernathy's house. He said, and that split up the black economy, and that's hurting the black people in the black, which I don't believe that shit. I don't, not today. I think you're really reaching when you're saying a motherfucker can't get across the highway. And the highway, now there's somebody that believes, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying about what they did was factual. That's what fucks us up, man. Because there's some shit that's real that they did do. That has nothing to do with, you got highways running all the way out to East Montgomery. These white folks had their properties over there too, but that don't necessarily mean you can't go to the other side of the highway and get your shit together. That ain't, I don't think a highway, now can you use a highway to take people's houses and underpay them? Yeah. Does it have an effect? Yes. When they ran Central Park through New York and got rid of a productive black community, that was fucked up. That was racist. I agree. Are those people's family members still owe reparations? Yes. If you can find them people's grandchildren, motherfucker, if you do something to me and you take something from me, bitch, pay my grandkids. That's the way I feel about that shit. You know what the fuck to do. You know what to do to make that shit right. If I kill you, can I go find your father? And if I kill your father, right, and your father plays in the NFL, and you and your mama, because your dad no longer in the NFL, wind up getting thrown out of the streets, homeless or some shit, how would I make that right? Huh? I would go and find your children, the children of that NFL player or NBA or whoever, and get them whatever reparations that I can give them. So white people playing dumb with that shit. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know what they're doing with reparations. So that shit is true. That yes, Anytime black people organize, it's true. That doesn't negate the fact that there are some gaping holes and shit that we need to fix. See what I'm saying? But my thing is, I don't think motherfuckers like Vlad need to be coming into our community saying a motherfucking thing about what we ain't doing right. See, because I don't like shit like that. And I think Vlad is a small hat, which really pisses me off to no end. Because, see, guys, that's one of the coolest things I've been telling y'all. One of the coolest things white people can do is come in our communities. Like, white people get mad respect in their communities for coming into our communities and controlling them. Like, if you can come into the black community, I know that's where I disagree with Dame Dash. Dame Dash thinks these people are losers and they don't get no respect in the white community. Bullshit. I think white people admire. They fear us, man. Most white people are scared to come into the black community. But you got a motherfucker like Leo Cohen, small hat, who can come into our communities and take a dope boy, selling dope, give him a record contract. This motherfucker kill people. He telling people to kill. Like, how could you, white people look at them, especially small hats looking at them like, damn. I mean, you literally come and look them in the face and sell them poison. Man, that's ingenious. Like, I'm telling you, I know, I bet you, and I've heard this 1,000 times, they have conversations like that. You think ain't nobody ever walked up to Leo Cohen and told him, man, I think it's ingenious. White folk, they don't give a damn. You get them to sell poison to their own families. You give rappers like T.I. and Jeezy and get these guys and they come off the street selling drugs and killing and shooting each other. You get them a record contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some guy named The Baby. Like, they said that the Hip Hop Award, I can't watch that shit no more. I can't even watch the BET Hip Hop Award. I'm not watching that shit no more. I don't give a damn. They talking about they got all this new talent. I don't give a shit. I'm out of touch. I'm too old. I'd rather see Rakim was here last night. I couldn't go. I wanted to go so bad. Like, to me, that's the shit I'm talking about. I just think that when it comes to black people, we're too friendly. We have too many outside detractors coming into our communities, destabilizing our communities, and we make excuses with conspiracy theories. So it's kind of a catch-22. We do both. I think both are true. I think those almost seem juxtaposed to each other, but they're not. I do think black people, conspiracies are real. They ain't gonna say conspiracy. Yeah, I would say conspiracy. I don't even call it a theory no more. They've done a lot of dirt in our communities. Anybody that denies that is full of shit. You know what I'm saying? COINTELPRO is a real program. It's been declassified. It's a real fact that they killed Martin Luther King when he was about to move for reparations. That's real, right? So I wouldn't dare kind of sweep that shit under the rug that black people have been shitted on in our communities and through COINTELPRO and through shit like that. But I think what happens is in the HOTEP and a lot of these HOTEP guys, it's all about, I better watch out CDC in Atlanta too, facts. But one of the things that you guys got to realize, man, is the black community is full of black people who will make excuses for our mediocrity. We need conspiracy theories to explain away why the fuck we do 30 minutes a night of homework. Because if not, without a conspiracy, how could you explain that shit? See what I'm saying? And the problem is conspiracies are real, so it's a confusing situation. This shit is confusing. You gotta admit, we in a pickle, because is it true that people come and do certain things with our education system and try to fuck our education system up? Yes. Is that an excuse? No, it's not. And I would probably, this is just my personal opinion, I would give most of the blame to us, not the conspiracies. I would. Because, and the reason I would give most of the blame to black people is, look, man, the white man is not putting a gun to your head, forcing you to do 30 of homework. That's what you choosing to do. You're choosing not to work hard. Sorry, facts is facts. You ain't gonna like me this morning. You're choosing not to work hard. You're choosing to do 30 minutes of homework a night. I'm gonna ride that shit till the wheels fall off. You can't bitch about white supremacy and talk about the conspiracies that are real. You look, guys, I'm not. It's like this, right? All right, let's say we a coach. We coaching a team. right? I'm the coach. And I'm telling you, hey man, come to practice, be the we got to go through the plays, we got to do this, we got to do that. What did Allen Iverson say? Practice? We talking about practice? Not a game. We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, practice, right? Why did he do that? You know what I'm saying? Why did he say that? Because Allen, that's the street mentality of the average nigga. Now, I respect Allen Iverson as a ball player, one of the best ball players pound for pound that ever played the basketball. He's a top 10 player pound for pound. If you had to go pound for pound, he's probably the top 5, talent-wise. I mean, he up there with Michael Jordan, his talent. I mean, that's how good he was. The dude ain't never about 5'10". He wasn't no damn 6'1". Real talk. I know people that met him. They said, man, I met him last night. He was at the strip club, man. This dude looking me in the face. Like, really? Dudes that I'm looking down to. So that just go to show you how cold he was, right? Anyway, the Allen Iverson mindset is the black community. We don't value practice. Black people don't value practice. We value the game. But the problem is, you didn't prepare for the game. You didn't put the time in. You don't want to run the plays. You're not setting good screens. You just want to go off talent. Let's go there for a second. Black people want to go off talent too much for me. We do. We go off talent. Because, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. We are genetically, and this ain't just racism. This ain't just me being a black supremacist or whatever. I think blacks, we prove that shit every day. That we are genetically superior to every other race on this planet. They know it. And so what happens is that fucks us up. That's why black quarterbacks get to the NFL and can't pass in the pocket. It's not that black people are too stupid. We just like, why do I need to? It's like not using your left hand. When you in high school, you rank number 1. You only using your right hand. You rank number 1 in the country. You go to college. The coach give you the ball, tell you to do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. You going right? Then you get to the NBA. Now you got to use your left hand. You can't because you ain't never had to. When you look at basketball, football, black football players, a lot of times in the NBA, the problem is, NFL, black football quarterbacks. See, quarterbacks can get away with natural talent. And over the years, your talent will kind of carry you. Quarterback ain't one of them positions. You know what I'm saying? Where you could do that. Quarterback, you have to actually be able to read the defense. That's why Russell Wilson is starting to really come into his own because he's getting away from his natural abilities. Yes, he can use his legs, but he's gotten away from his natural abilities and he's starting to think the game. Russell Wilson is becoming the rare combination when a black player can use his feet as well as his arm. Because if black players ever start to figure that out at a young age and play the game from the pocket and then be able to break out the pocket and use his legs without taking a lot of hits, that's it for the white quarterback. It's over. But the problem is it's so much easier to do shit with natural talent. Why work hard? I could get out there in the NFL and look at RG3, a lot of these black quarterbacks and these black players. What they'll do is they'll say, shit, I just pass out the pocket. I'll pass out the pocket a few seconds. Then if it fall apart, bitch, I'll break out and get us 40 yards. I can get a first down every time if I want to. I'm elusive. I'm there. Yeah, and somebody gonna fuck around and hit your ass one day. And you're not gonna be able to do what it is you gotta do no more. That's what hurt Mike Vick. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel that way. I feel like Mike Vick could have been the greatest quarterback to ever play in the NFL. These are microcosms of our community. Now, do we say Mike Vick didn't have a great offensive line? That's true, though. He didn't have a good offensive line when he was in Atlanta. I don't know what the fuck happened, but could it be that he would break down out the pocket too fast? Or he didn't know how to use it? He knew how to run, be elusive, but stay behind the line of scrimmage so he could at least make a pass like Russell Wilson can. And if it breaks down, he still can get him 5. He knew that I'm just going to get 5-6 yards, get first down, and go down. I'm not going to try to be the hero and try to run for 40 yards because that's what hurt Mike Vick. That's what hurt a lot of players in the NFL that come out. This is why the black college quarterback is not being recruited by the NFL because a lot of these black college quarterbacks got nice arms on them. They could throw like a motherfucker. But a lot of them don't like passing out the pocket. So I'm going to get off that analogy for a second. But that is a microcosm of the black community. We go off natural talent. But see, the problem is when it comes to life, we're not naturally talented at math, people. Math, you could be gifted, right? You could be creative, which I think we're very creative. You could be gifted, but guys, teaching is an ability that certain people have. Certain people know how to teach. If you don't know what the fuck you talking about, you can't teach. Certain gifts you may have a gift, but the gift takes some sort of tutelage. It takes some sort of, dare I say, struggle. Just you have to kind of improve it, and you can be a better teacher. The more skills you get, like the better developer I become, the better teacher I can be to my students. The easier I can be. Like I'm developing packages and doing stuff in my packages that I've done. I haven't done in 30 years, right? Not 30 years, shit, about 10 years, right? What's up, Naeem? I'm developing things about my packages and in my packages and building certain things that I hadn't done. Well, see, that's the thing, Johnny. That is all you need. But the point I'm trying to make is, let's say you had been a computer engineering major, and you got in at Stanford. You went to MIT, and you were a computer engineering major from MIT. What does that do for you? I guarantee you money wouldn't be a problem. Making six figures won't even be something you have a discussion about. That should be like breathing for you. It's like breathing for a kid to get into IT with a computer engineering major from Stanford, right? PhD in computer science. Some shit he don't even talk about. See what I'm saying? That is intelligent. That I ain't gonna say it's intelligent. That is black excellence. And so when we don't study, when we don't do the things we're supposed to do, I think that leads to mediocrity. And instead of us, addressing our mediocrity and fixing it, what we do is we lean on the conspiracy theories. Because, guys, there is a lot of truth to conspiracy theories. We can talk about it. I'm not going to go down that road again, but we lean on that. And I think that keeps us stuck. You know what I'm saying? That keeps us stuck, guys. And I think that's it, man. That's the problem. I just love this intro.
Slower and slower.
I just love this intro.
When I got to the front door, I thought about opening the door with my key.
That was the song, right? That was the song. Anyway, the thing is, man, what's up, Mark? Guys, I'm gonna say something, man. Yeah, thank you, Naeem. Can I get some likes, guys? I never get likes. I get like 30% likes, man, 40%. Come on, man. Show me some love, man. Please, pretty please. I'm asking nicely, guys. I ain't gonna be, I'm finna stop. I'm not gonna throw a tantrum. I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? You can be naturally gifted in arithmetic. You have to train yourself for higher math. I was a kick-ass math until I had to actually learn the concept of numerators and denominators. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Ash, oh, you beat me to the punch, sister. You beat me. Let me get the video out, sister. You going? You knew where I was going. Let me say this, man. Guys, you're right. You can be naturally gifted at math. I know people that just figure that shit out just be. It is easy for them. It take them an hour. They put an hour in a night of studying. They'll be doing calculus, trigonometry like it ain't nothing. And some people do an hour. You still will be what's called a functional math guy, right? And that will afford you certain room in life. Black people have a propensity not to like math. I think that explains away most of our mediocrity right there. I believe that's a weak point that I'm gonna ride for the next foreseeable future, because I feel like half the time when we're talking about white and racism, right along adjacent to that, like when we talk about, for example, the prison industrial complex, guys, most people that go to prison, let's just take an academic assessment of people in prison. Probably a lot of them dropped out. A lot of them are functionally illiterate, which means they can counter read, but they're not the best people that can read. So you're not the smartest, most high literate person in prison, guys. You just not, you know what I'm saying? I've seen, what's the movie? Belly. This kid was 13, 14 years old. And Nas came up to him. I think they was in Queensbridge or somewhere. He was talking to him. And the little boy was like, yeah, man, I shot a nigga on the roof, man. I got to hold shit down, man. He had pulled out the gun. Look, kid, still had a damn milk breath, about 13, 12, 13. He up there talking like, and so now it's like, it's just not realistic that he's ever going to make it, past 21, da da da. Like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was fucked up. Because in my mind, I'm like, it can't be realistic. He's 12 years old, what the fuck? I mean, you don't have to sell dope. You 12. But the thing is, we believe that. You know what I'm saying? We've been told, when you got people in the black community that keep telling black people, you don't have a way out. And nobody's going to give you anything. So you don't have a way out. The system is designed to keep the black man down. And then you start citing conspiracy theories. Oh my God, that's the perfect storm. That's perfect. So a kid whose mom may be in a single parent household, mom works hard, he's not poor, but he's always not poor, but he's not rich, right? Mom struggles and can't pay the bills, but he don't have to sell drugs. But if he believes the story and the narrative that the white system is designed to keep him down, and he see, okay, mama got us over here, we in the projects, we struggling, you know what I'm saying, we ain't making it like that, I ain't got a lot of money. Now taking my rent in the projects is $12 a month, guys. I shit you not. In Alabama, you can pay $8. I know people in Tuskegee that got in the projects and was paying $7, $8 a month for rent. That went to Tuskegee. These were students, right? So projects, what's up? What spurred this video? Well, two things. First of all, O'Shea's conversation yesterday about are black people addicted to conspiracy theories. Secondly, watching how Vlad just really kind of passive aggressively just shitted on black people, said we're intellectually and thereby genetically inferior. We're genetically stupid. That's what Vlad basically said in the video with BG Knockout. Go watch it. And I thought that shit was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And BG Knockout really didn't grasp that what he was really getting at, was that we're genetically predisposed to stupidity. Because he actually put it in there. Some people he said intelligence as if it's genetic. Go watch that shit. He just didn't use the word genetic. That's all. And Vlad basically was telling BG Knockout, niggas, y'all niggas just stupid. Y'all can't organize. Which we have organized 100 times. And the federal government doesn't see that. This is where I was talking about a conspiracy theory where it fucks us over. Like conspiracy theories, and that this is why we're owed reparations, because their conspiracy theories can be true and are true, that the black community has been held back by the federal government. That doesn't mean let me put it like this, because there was a COINTEL program, doesn't mean your ass should do 30 minutes of homework a night. I don't see how that shit correlates. I can see where culturally, which is where Ash O was just talking about, we've adopted certain cultures. Now, why did we adopt this culture? Now you're getting into redneck culture. Ain't that right, Mark? Now you're getting into redneck culture. And I've been talking about white liberals. Look it up, Thomas Sowell. Look at the book. It basically outlines how we adopted this culture. Because what happened, how we got like we are. Because if you look at what's called redneck culture, it basically sounds like the shit if somebody was reading and describing the black culture today. Some of the shit that they were saying. What's up, Hattie? What's up, grandmama? You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I gotta call you my grandmama. That's my grandmama's name, Hattie. Shout out to my grandmama. God rest her soul. But what happened was, if you go back, I think the guy Alexis de Tocqueville was from London. He came to America. He visited America, and he made a lot of points about what's his face. Alexis de Tocqueville made a lot of points about just the countryside of America at the time in the 1800s and whatever, 1700s, whatever it was, he was here. And one of the points he made, it just sounded like, if you read that shit, I'm like, damn, that sounds like black folks. You know what I'm saying? Quick to fight, lazy, don't want to work, I mean, this is what he was saying. Don't want to work, having babies out of wedlock, basically a propensity to ignorance a lot of times, redneck culture. I'm sorry, that's exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Loud and boisterous with their Let me make Hattie a moderator. Let me see if I can do that. Can I do that? Yep. Yep. So you moderated my sister. But anyway, what happened was, hey, what's up? What's up, Nick? So what happened was, guys, I mean, throughout history, you can see where black people have adopted this culture. Then go look and read the writings of W.E.B. Du Bois. Du Bois talked about that shit. Black people weren't just super productive in the early 1900s like we think we were. Were we better off functionally under segregation? Yeah, I think we were. I think we were better off. I think if we'd have stayed segregated and the economy would have grew like this, look at this. The economy would have grown like this. If Atlanta was like this back when black people were segregated, there would be cities and towns where black people would own and control that whole damn city. Like, that shit would have been beautiful. Integration screwed black people. You know what I'm saying? But the point I'm trying to make, guys, is I think, and this is because I'm getting close to work. The point I'm trying to make is black people, well, yeah, we were super productive under Reconstruction, coming straight out of slavery. Yeah, we were. Then they removed the troops. Once they removed the Confederate, the troops from the South, that's when shit started getting fucked up for black folks. But when you gave us a fair chance, we saw what we could do. And we would have fixed a lot of shit. And culturally, we probably would not be where we are today. Our culture wouldn't be this culture that it is today if we had done that, if they had left us alone. They didn't. That was the problem. See what I'm saying? If they hadn't raped the Freedmen's Bank, right? So this is why we're owed reparations, because this what I just described was some real shit. This is real, guys, what I just described. But at the same time, one thing you guys got to realize about black people is we make excuses because of that shit. We'll look at that shit and say, okay, because of Jim Crow, because of this, because of that, that's why we are where we are. Not because I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it because this is for black people. Not because I'm lazy. I dropped out of school, not because I fucked and had 5 kids before I was 25. See, you gotta eventually hold yourself accountable. And so what happened on O'Shea's channel yesterday was people were calling up saying that we have been systematically forced to be like this. I've been systematically, through time and through Jim Crow, to be out here with a 400 credit score because I'm a child, guys. You can't tell yourself, you can't say children childlike shit, which is what a lot of black people tend to do. We say a lot of childlike, we act like we're children. You see what I'm saying? We do. We act like children a lot of times. We say shit and talk about and describe ourselves in the mindset because we think, and that's what Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said. She said, especially the black man has been made to think of himself like a child or not a fully developed human being. You're not. And so when you talk, you say shit like, well, I mean, you guys, we have been systematically beat down so bad, brother, that and this is why this and this is why that. So you can't hold Pookie responsible for shooting up a motherfucker house. Like, this is the shit. This is what you draw, right? This is the shit that we say. Because conspiracy theories, I don't even like, fuck it, I ain't even call it conspiracy theory. Because of white supremacist strategies and tactics that they've used to beat us down, guys. The shit I'm talking now will be met with hostility in certain parts of the community. Now I'm on my channel and y'all subscribe to me and y'all fuck with me. A lot of y'all do. I appreciate that. But when it's all said and done, a lot of people don't fuck with me. And if I go in certain parts of YouTube, this will be shouted down. Go listen to O'Shea's video yesterday. Do white people have a love or infatuated with conspiracy theories? Just go watch it. Half the people called up, that's what they was talking, like black people are children. Like we don't have to, you can't hold us responsible for our actions. That's what it sounded like to me. That's what I heard. Yeah, well, conspiracies are real. Yeah, the cops, the police, the police, right? So that means that you can't hold that guy responsible. Was he selling dope? Was he really a drug dealer? No, he wasn't really a drug dealer. What happened, man? He wasn't even, man, come on, man. I mean, look at him. No drug dealer's gonna get on the stand and testify. Okay. Anyway, that shit happened every day, all over the country, right? He said, ain't no real street nigga gonna testify. Dude, he said, plus could he be a drug dealer and went to college? Okay. I know niggas that sold drugs that went to college. I don't know why niggas think. So college, see, I went to college. Usually the nigga that says some shit, and this is the problem, we have, I think this is one of our major problems, guys. And I know this is gonna sound super fucked up, but it's the truth. A lot of our black leaders aren't educated. And when I say that, like, you gotta be educated or you gotta go to the white man's university to be able to be smart. No, I'm not saying that, right? But a lot of our people that try to talk about college education and try to say, like, for example, the same people that say that black women don't like educated lames haven't been to a HBCU. Go to a HBCU and tell me that them brothers don't get black women. Because you full of shit. They get women all over the campus. Right? Those are brothers that haven't been to a campus and spent time on a black campus, HBCU. I went to Tuskegee. That's bullshit. Right? So when I hear people say shit like that, I'm of the mindset that black people are listening to the wrong people. Here's the question: how can you win when you follow rules? Your opinion does not have. Hold on, I'm trying to drive to. They have to follow rules. I'm just saying. I'm confused on that question. How can you win? Period. When you have to follow rules, but your opponent does not have to follow rules. I'm just saying. Okay, let's look at this. Did you hear that? Apple. Don't say that, Sean. Good point, Sean. So let me get this straight. So look at Silicon Valley, right? And the fact that we would even think, a lot of black people think like that, that's a popular sentiment in the black community. And guys, this is why I fight against the low IQ argument, and I don't believe that shit. But it's like you trying to fight on the argument, and then you see black people do shit and say shit sometimes, and you be like, damn, man, we stupid than a motherfucker. I'm not calling you stupid, Mac, at all. I'm just saying that a lot of times black people really believe this shit. So you think that white people don't follow rules. In certain instances, they don't. In certain instances, white people racial to a rational anarchist, right? In a certain instance, white people don't have to follow rules, right? Like a white person can do certain things and get away with it because they have the infrastructure and all that shit, right? Riddle me this. Why did Peter Liang get off? Because the Chinese and Asians have infrastructure. Why did the guy that shot out what's his face get off? Infrastructure. Because black cops shoot people, they don't get off. A lot of black cops take their ass to jail. Black cops shoot somebody, especially white, their ass going to jail. They don't have the economic infrastructure to support themselves. Why did white people? Because see, we seem to think that the white man can't take a L. That's what I'm saying. You think they don't have to follow rules. That right there is bullshit. I think white people do follow rules, for one. Secondly, when you see them not following rules, it's because they have infrastructure. And so we don't have infrastructure. So you think that the shit is rigged and you can't win. Well, this is what I'm gonna say. This is how you win. I'm gonna really oversimplify this shit. Work hard. That's all. You can't talk about racism, white supremacy, and tell me that men are rigged to get. Damn, why they just sitting here? But anyway, that's it there. That's it there, y'all. Anyway, this is the thing, man. So white people, thank you, brother. God dang, thank you. God dang, just sitting there. Anyway, we think that white people don't have to play by the rules. They do, man. I think black people, what we do is we have to tell ourselves they not playing by the rules because we fuck up, we lose. See, it can't be that you just lazy and don't do what the fuck you supposed to do. It can't be that you had 5 or 6 kids out of wedlock. It can't be that you fucked your credit up. It can't be that your ass out here selling dope and you a felon and you got a felony on your record, right? It can't be that. It got to be that shit just, white people just soon as, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, white people are bitching because they don't get, because a lot of times, and Asians are bitching. Because instantly, if you take the SAT, you get 300-400 points if you black or some shit like that according to these universities. They got gimmies for y'all, and we still can't meet that shit. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell the truth. They lower the bar, and your ass still can't win a lot of in a lot of instances, not in every instance, but in many situations, guys. If you black and you even got a remotely close ACT to an Asian, oh, you getting a full ride. You get what I'm saying? Now the Africans are outperforming their ass anyway, but we so far behind we can't even get that. We can't even meet the lower standards that they require a lot of us a lot of times. Real talk. Black people, I'm sorry. Like I think we're very. I'm sorry. We use conspiracy theories as a crutch to explain away the fuck ups we are. That we are fuck ups. That's just the bottom line. I'm a black man too. I don't hate us. I know people gonna call it self-hate. Oh, here you go with that white supremacy mindset. See, that's self-hate. The white man that made you feel it. Ain't no white man told me shit, man. I'm just observing facts. I wouldn't be able to point this shit out. Real talk. I would not be able to point this shit out. I would not be able to point out that your ass put 30 minutes a night on average on homework and say that that's why the fuck you doing what you doing. That's why you bitching about racism and white supremacy while the white man who owns all the infrastructure. Guys, see, let me tell you something. It would look like he don't have to play by the rules if he outworking us on every area that we count as valuable, guys. Even like, for example, I'm gonna give you a good example. We'll like Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady, let's say Tom Brady, they cheat, which I believe New England Patriots cheat. I ain't no fool. I believe the Patriots cheat. Tom Brady's still a bad motherfucker. You say what you want. That white boy will dink and dunk and beat your. That white boy is a fierce lion of a competitor. You can say what you want. That white boy bad as hell. I don't give a fuck what you say. Who would you want at quarterback? You in a close game. Who you want? Tom Brady? I'm gonna say Mike Vick. Now you know damn well your ass want Tom Brady in a close game. I don't give a fuck what you say. You need to get the ball down the field. 2 minutes left. You got the 2 minute no huddle offense. Go put who you want at quarterback. I want Tom Brady. Oh shit! Hold on. My bad, y'all. That we know all in that. All in all, when it's all said and done, the baddest person on the floor on the field will be Tom Brady, right? So that's the same situation for black people. Black people, you getting outworked. Tom Brady don't got the talent, but Tom Brady has the infrastructure. Bill Belichick, right? Bill Belichick gonna cheat like a motherfucker. Not only is he gonna cheat, Tom Brady is a bad motherfucking quarterback. You can't, like, Bill Belichick might get some W's with Tom Brady, leave, but he ain't gonna be what he is now. I don't give a fuck what he say. He ain't gonna have you ain't finna create another Tom Brady. You just not. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. But their success is due to Bill. I don't believe that. I believe that their success is due to Bill as well as Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the look, man. You can say what you want. Ain't too many people gonna get out there and come back from 25 points down, 30 points down, man, like that in a Super Bowl like that in the second half. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That motherfucker bad, man. You just look. I don't like him. It's the system. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Michael Vick admitted a while ago. He said it was near the end of his career before he retired. Michael Vick was like, man, you know, when I was in Atlanta, I didn't study offenses. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Right? Show me a black quarterback. The only guy we know that's black, and he has the attitude a lot of times of a white person, is, and he killing right now with no fucking help, no nothing. A mediocre defense, mediocre offense. He ain't got no good players. Is that damn what's his face from Seattle? The guy that all these brothers hate because he married Sierra, right? That's what I'm saying. People disqualify Tom Brady's work ethic, and they just want to say is cheating. See, because black people need to say that. You gotta say that to say that Tom Brady is what he is. Tom Brady is cheating. They cheating, and he outworking their motherfucking ass. Now what? You got all the talent. Yeah, you got talent. But why the fuck is you letting Tom Brady be a better pocket passing quarterback than any motherfucking body in the NFL. That motherfucker will pick you apart from the pocket. Why? It ain't like he gonna break out. Look, it ain't like Tom Brady gonna break out a run and get a first down. He ain't no athlete. He's not really an athlete like that. Tom Brady is Tom Brady because of excellence. And black folks need to just stop being emotional, step back, look at that shit, and say, you know what? That motherfucker bad, man. That's a badass white boy. I couldn't stand Tom Brady. I used to say that same shit. Man, it's white privilege, man. They want to see that white boy. Da, da, da. I'm like, God damn, but the white boy keep kicking ass every year. He getting the Super Bowl. I'd be like, shit, man. Well, they cheated every year? Every year they cheat. Now, Tom Brady just beat. Look here, man. Say what you want. You ain't finna win no damn 6 Super Bowls and top Michael Jordan and they just cheat. Do they cheat? Yes. But damn, I done seen them be in games and I don't watch the game. I don't see no cheating. I see that white boy pick their ass apart. I see that white boy move that team, move the chains, get the team down the field, and get through that red zone into the damn end zone. I done seen it. What's up, mister? Exactly. We hate Russell Wilson. We need to be like Russell Wilson. That's the problem. We don't like that. We don't see because Russell Wilson at 6'5", at barely 5'10" of a quarterback, works hard. He got a good attitude. He's a company guy. He ain't out here cussing motherfuckers out, talking shit for the cameras, showing off and saying shit because I'm black. Got it like Cam Newton did a while ago and everything. See, that was dumb what Cam Newton did. I respected what he said because he told the truth. They don't want to see a black quarterback, But he said, I'm a black quarterback, and that makes a lot of white people uncomfortable. They've been on his ass ever since. They on his ass because he said that. It's true, but they on his ass right now. See what I'm saying? If it's not system, why when great players have all of a sudden they play like garbage? Wait a minute. It's the system. Bill set up. Brady bad, but they win mostly because of Bill. Okay, fine. Let's say the system set up. Let's say the system set up, right? They win because of Bill. Why the fuck does Tom Brady pocket pick motherfuckers to death? Why is Tom Brady, if you had to say, in Apple, you saying all that shit, in a game that's close, who you want? Lamar Jackson? Come on now, Lamar Jackson got a lot of potential, can be probably the next Michael Vick. Or do you want Tom Brady? That shit ain't even up for discussion. Ain't nobody gonna pick Lamar Jackson. Ain't nobody gonna pick Mike Vick. Ain't nobody gonna pick, you know why? Because Mike Vick and Lamar Jackson are not excellent. They were not excellent. Mike Vick was not excellent. Guys, he wasn't. I love Mike Vick. I like him as a person, actually. You know what I'm saying? I actually like Mike Vick as a person because I think he represents a black man who grew the fuck up, right? And later in his career, he admitted that shit. He said he cried when he played. Where did he play? He was somewhere and he was around somebody. I think it was Tom Brady or somebody. And he said, man, he just cried because he said, man, damn, like I see how hard these guys prepare. I see that's why your boy from Seattle right now is doing Russell Wilson is doing what he's doing right now because he prepares, guys. He's prepared. Now the shit is coming. It take years. Though. It take you about 3 or 4 years to learn how to, maybe 5 or 6 to prepare to get to where he is now. To be able to, he's that rare combination of athleticism and pocket passing. I ain't never seen that shit before. I haven't. Usually a guy's gonna be more of a athletic guy like a Mike Vick, or he's gonna be more of a pocket passer like a Tom Brady. Rarely you gonna see that. Sometimes guys get to that level like Donovan McNabb, where he was kind of both. But Donovan wasn't really a good pocket. He was all right in the pocket. He wasn't a great pocket passer. He wasn't. And it was times where they would get to the NFC Championship and he just wouldn't get it done. I'm sorry. Just like Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is an average ass white quarterback to me. He's not that good. He has good weapons. He has a good team. But this is where these white quarterbacks fuck us up in the game. Because they come to the game because of hard work. They don't get to the game because of just natural talent. They don't. They not do. A white quarterback ain't finna break out no quarterback and juke a motherfucker and make him miss and run down the field and get you 15. That shit is rare. White quarterbacks that play like that, they get rid of them. Come on, Tim Tebow. White quarterbacks, white quarterbacks that move and play like black quarterbacks, they don't give a chance to. They dog them. That's why dog, and that was the real chess game with Tim Tebow that a lot of black folks didn't get. I knew a lot of brothers that hated Tim Tebow. They hated he was a Christian. I'm like, it ain't about him being a Christian. That dude plays like somebody from a HBCU. He does. I said, but the problem is there are a lot of black quarterbacks with better arms than Tim Tebow that were actually more accurate than Tim Tebow. But Tim Tebow's legs got him out a lot of fuck shit. And whenever the offense would break down, he could still win. He knew how to win. They never gave him another chance. That brother, Tim Tebow never got another shot in the NFL because of that. Because if Tim Tebow did half of the shit that you saw him do, a lot of times, Tim Tebow, if somebody had gave him the offense and designed it around him, Tim Tebow would have changed the game, and a lot of black quarterbacks would have got a chance because they would have had to come to HBC. You want somebody that plays like that, you go to HBCU. That's why they damn near say this shit is impossible. That's why white quarterbacks get a shot in the NFL. It's the biggest sport in the NFL. That is the system right there, Apple Mac. That's the system. They protecting the quarterback position because if they change it, a lot of black quarterbacks will take over. Yeah, he couldn't throw accurately, but they never gave him a shot at a team, and they designed the offense specifically around him and gave him a shot. The one time they did it, he went off. I can't hate on that. The one time when he got an offense designed around him, he put in work and went to the damn near made it to the Super Bowl. He was one game away from the Super Bowl. I can't hate on the brother like that. I can't hate on Tim Tebow. You know what I'm saying? Ran off damn near 10 games straight. Why? We saw it last time. The last time we saw that, RG3. Tim Tebow was, you know what I'm saying? RG3 was another brother. You know what I'm saying? RG3 fucked his own self up. RG3 had it, and RG3 came back that second year. I want to pass from the pocket. I want to pass from the pocket. RG3, what you're good at is this, and you need to work on becoming a better pocket passer. Be excellent at what you do. You can't do that shit at 22 years old in the NFL. Now you're trying to learn how to pass from the pocket. You should have been excellent when your ass was in Pee Wee Pop Warner football. You should have learned how to pass then. But you didn't do that. You depended on your legs. That's why Steve Vince Young. Most black quarterbacks, when they get to the NFL, want to use their legs. Most of them, 90% of them, right? Tom Brady represents excellence. Tom Brady should be the model for the average kid. To say that they win because of Bill Belichick. Okay, fine. Tom Brady's still the most fierce damn quarterback in the NFL. I put his ass over Aaron Rodgers, all them motherfuckers. In fact, let's look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, it would be like Tom Brady without the system. Aaron Rodgers is probably the second. They rank, if you had to rank quarterbacks in the NFL, you would probably put Aaron Rodgers somewhere in at least the top 2 to 3. Does anybody disagree with that? What does Aaron Rodgers have? I mean, yeah, he can break out the pocket and run. Excellence. You see what I'm saying? What's the quarterback from New Orleans? Right? I was saying Doug Williams broke like 6 Super Bowl records and was MVP of the Super Bowl. You know what he got for that? He got cut from the team the very next year. Okay. You know what Drew Brees? Thank you, Hattie. You know what? One of the reasons they cut, I was there, dude. I don't know how old you are, Alpha Mac. You know why they cut him? Because as soon as he won, he said, we need more black quarterbacks in the NFL. They put the mic to his face, and that brother wasn't scared to say that shit. They put the mic up to his face after the Super Bowl. We need more black coaches. We need more black quarterbacks. And that's why we had a 30-year drought for a black quarterback ever won another Super Bowl, because they was like, we can't get these niggas. Think about it, guys. The first black quarterback hadn't really too long happened, but by maybe, 15 years prior? And this brother up here, this brother had the audacity to look white folks in their faces. The first black quarterback, and he started talking about that. That's why he got out. Because he basically, it was white on, Jewish, small hat on, and he said what he said. And that pissed a lot of white folks off. They like, oh, he fucked up the money. We got to get rid of this nigga. And that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I created some more moderators in here, man. You want to be one? Let me know. I'll make you one. Um, but the thing is, guys, black excellence, and that is a microcosm. The NFL is a microcosm of the black community. You know what I'm saying? The NFL is because the NFL, what you fail to realize with the NFL is a lot of these black quarterbacks are lazy, guys. They don't do what the fuck they're supposed to do. They depend on their natural talent, and then they'll bitch and say that the system this and they don't want black quarterbacks this and that. Guys, be excellent at what the fuck you do. Yeah, have your natural talent. Be able to break out the pocket like Russell Wilson, but then learn how to pass that bitch. Learn how to pass. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact, guys. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to pass out the pocket. Most black quarterbacks don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't watch film. So that there's a microcosm of black people in life, in life in general, and we'll blame that shit on the system and racism and how they did Doug Williams and how they did this and did that. But then we'll turn around and not be excellent. You can't do like how the fuck. Okay, so let's say we right. Let's say they racist, right? Let's say they racist. They trying to hold a black man down, all that shit, right? Which I do believe that shit is true. Why the fuck are you getting to the NFL and can't pass out the pocket? And you've been playing quarterback since you was 6. Come on, somebody talk to me. Why would you, if you know the shit is racist, why the fuck didn't you do what the fuck you were supposed to do? Can somebody explain that to me? In this great, beautiful morning? Nobody can. You know why? Because that is a microcosm of the black community. Black folks don't do what they supposed to do most of the time. We don't do our homework. We don't study. We don't do what we're supposed to do. And we always want to talk about racism as being the main reason. This cheapens your argument. Excellence strengthens your argument, guys. Because I'm trying to be like your boy Tebow. You trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? You laughing about Tebow like a black quarterback. Go back and look at it. Tebow played like a black quarterback. He was a competitor. He had a heart the size of the size of this building, which is like most black quarterbacks. One thing we don't lack is heart, right? We very fierce. We very high energy, right? And we will use our legs out the pocket like a motherfucker. We not the best passers. Typical black quarterback. And Tim Tebow was getting a lot of attention. Merrill Hodge, a lot of NFL players told Merrill Hodge to go shut him down. That's why Merrill Hodge hated Tebow. That among other reasons. Your grandma might could outthrow Tebow. Tebow won 10 games and went to and got up 316 yards and defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs. Say what you want. Say what you want. Tebow was not in the NFL because of that system that Apple Mac is talking about. Exactly. He ran the ball like black quarterback because he could not throw. He had no choice. Well, okay, but he could do it though. Guys, you got to understand. See, this is the thing. Step away from what you've been told about Tim Tebow. Why would they not? We've seen on myriad of occasions where spread offense works. Why haven't they just completely changed again? Why do they keep going back to just going with pocket passing white boys in football? Because that benefits white players. If you get away from the pocket passing and you start going with these spread offenses, white boys is over. That's it for white quarterbacks. They can't do that shit like we can. The reason they go back to that shit is because, and they say shit like, well, it's never going to work. The only way you're going to win is just a gimmick, like the Wildcat offense. It's just a gimmick. It's not a gimmick, guys. You can run an offense with a spread offense and actually probably win Super Bowls with that shit on numerous occasions. But you need a smart quarterback that can do both, like a Russell Wilson, that can run and throw. What happens is the reason we have not been able to revolutionize the game and change the game is because most quarterbacks, when they get to the NFL, they are better runners than throwers most of the time. Nobody wants to say this shit because it'll be like some Jimmy the Greek shit like that, and you probably fuck around and get fired. But everybody knows that's the open secret with the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much why Tim Tebow's out the NFL, guys. No quarterback was gonna get a shot in the NFL like that. They're not gonna give no quarterback no spread offense and let him go and tear the damn NFL apart like that. They had to stop that shit. Because he was the problem. He's white. So he was white. He appealed to middle America. He was a Christian. He was just a good guy. All the people verified it. He was real. He wasn't fake. He was a good guy, and he can pass. I mean, and he can play the game. Guys, it wasn't about passing again. The guy put up 316 yards, so you can say they were yak yards, but still, yards after carry. Still, a lot of those yards, a lot of games, there were games where Tim Tebow was putting up 200-300 yards in the game. Now, people, if you go back and look at that year he played, because when you say that shit, you be like, but man, he had a game here. I think he had a 400-yard game one time. So the dude had been playing quarter. Tim Tebow, if you look at his story, Tim Tebow was they've been following Tim Tebow in Jacksonville, Florida since he was like 5 years old. He was on the radar nationally. He was ranked as a quarterback in like Pee Wee League. He was a beast of a white boy. He was. But guess what? Tim Tebow represents what a black quarterback would be. If I had to recreate somebody to do exactly what Tim Tebow could do and be able to run like that and had that type of speed, that's a black quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Commentators always kissed his ass. Brother, how old are you? How old are you, Alpha Mac? They didn't kiss his ass and he couldn't throw. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about, Alpha Mac? The only guy that was pulling for him was Skip Bayless at first. Everybody I was there. I'm sure you were probably there, but you sound like you're pretty young. You sound real young, Apple Mac. That's not what I remember. I remember when what's his name got hurt, the guy that was in front of him, the guy that everybody kept giving chances to, right? Think about it this way. We can get off Tim Tebow because he's very polarizing. Think about all these white quarterbacks that keep getting these backup jobs and shit like that. What are they like? Why don't they give all these black running quarterbacks a backup job? Pat White, I think he played at West Virginia. They didn't get that boy put up major numbers in college. They didn't give him a chance in the NFL. They tried to make him into a wide receiver, cornerback. Why is that? Why is it when these black quarterbacks get to the NFL, they try to make him into Denard Robinson? You know what I'm saying? Why do they do that? You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They don't want to see black people. And that's what I'm talking about. See, this is the dichotomy that the black community faces. The black community faces a dichotomy because on one end you have the conspiracy theories. On the other end you have our lack of excellence. And we're kind of bouncing in between the two. And we can't. And I think the needle, if you ask me, my personal opinion, I think the needle leans way more over to our lack of excellence and just laziness, more so than conspiracy theories. And I think this football argument right here is a great example of that. Cal Orton. Yeah, good point, brother. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the problem. I think what's going on is we refuse to accept our mediocrity a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, scramble quarterback like Russell Wilson, for example. Russell Wilson right now is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Why? Because Russell Wilson is excellent. Russell Wilson, they was talking like it's going to be a down year for him. Ain't they undefeated? What are they, like 3-1, 4-1 or some shit? See what I'm saying? I got mad respect for Russell Wilson. You see what I'm saying? The defense, the Legion of Boom, been gone. This brother still been carrying his team to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Right now, okay, Pat Mahomes is putting up numbers. I forgot about him. Pat Mahomes is the MVP right now, they saying, but tell me Russell Wilson ain't in that argument right now, too. Geno Smith is another one. Good example. Geno Smith is another one. See what I'm saying? These black people that aren't excellent. A lot of these black quarterbacks get to the NFL. You give a black person money, you fuck them up, guys. A lot of times. I'm just telling the truth. A lot of these black players get to that's what happens in the NBA. Like, that's why you don't see a lot of guys come out in the NBA and go off. These guys, the kid from Minnesota Timberwolves that everybody be talking about, that player from Canada, he got to the NFL and NBA, and they talking about he just don't want it. He ain't hungry. 12 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. That's what I'm talking about. Russell Wilson's playing lights out right now, dog. Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. If people give him that game last week, might have put him in. He might. It's not like if I gave Russell Wilson the MVP, people would be like, "Oh, they full of shit." Nobody would say that. That means he's playing damn good. That's like last year. If you had gave Kawhi Leonard, the MVP last year. People would be like, oh, okay. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, the Greek Freak. He played lights out, but if you'd have gave it to Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, people would have been like, okay, understood, understandable. That's what I'm talking about. He's playing that damn good. So I can say he's the best right now. I could say that over Pat Mahomes, who has a much better team around him. Let's just go there. Better weapons, better team. Right now, you can say what you want. Seattle Seahawks don't got shit. They don't. I was like, damn, can we get this boy? This boy, name a marquee, but he's had really, his best wide receivers have been second option wide receivers on other teams. Come on now. Those are the teams that he's had. He's never had a team where he had some number one option type guys that you say, okay, this is a guy you would build an offense around. He's going to be a threat like a Julio Jones type. He's on that level. He got those types of weapons. He don't have that. Damn, why do I keep locking this? But you know what I'm saying? That's the shit I'm talking about, man. We can talk and pontificate, but the black community is full of black mediocrity. And we refuse to do the shit. And football is just a microcosm of that shit. So is basketball. We don't do what we're supposed to do. We don't believe in black excellence. And we'll make all the excuses in the world as to why we not getting what we're supposed to get. They like this white boy, Tom Brady. Success is success, bro. Say what you want. Tom Brady a motherfucker. Now, would he have done that in another system? Probably not. I'll admit the system does benefit him. But that's the thing. If Tom Brady got a system behind him, why aren't guys like RG3 and all these black quarterbacks, why aren't they outworking Tom Brady then? Why aren't they watching more film? Why aren't they mastering the art of playing out of the pocket like that? Like Russell Wilson did. See, that's the thing. That really is a bad report card. Because you telling me these guys get into the NFL and not able to adapt and change their games to be able to play out of the pocket. A lot of these black quarterbacks, what they do is they depend on their natural talent, like most black people. Most black people, what we'll do is we'll depend on natural abilities. We won't get out here and do what the fuck we supposed to do. That's just the bottom line, guys. That's real. Y'all have a good one. I got a meeting in a minute. Y'all be blessed.